Hello my little stars and welcome back to another then Dusttale. If Dusttale by the darkpetal16, we're heading into Snowdown. Which is terrible for me because this is where we're going to bump into our dear old Dusty Murder Sans, aka the one that's probably going to murder me. In front of you, a vast expansion of snow. Oh, snow's not something you expected to see. Trees too, dark pine trees lined up on either side of the path. Does that mean you're no longer underground? At glance out proves that to be incorrect. There are many stalactites hanging from the cave ceiling, although the ceiling is significantly taller than the caverns you went through before. So how? Monsters? Magic ointment? Why wouldn't there be snow underground? I mean, it's not really what you'd expect to come to mind when you think of monsters underground, but you know. The snow is pristine, as if freshly fallen, or like no one has walked across it in a long time. You wonder if you'll find more ashes. You hope not. You step in the snow and start to walk. You hope you won't find any. Ha! Your shoes crunch into the snow as you walk. There is a brightness to this place. You do not need your phone to use a flashlight. The air is so cold it hurts to breathe it in. Within minutes of walking, your nose starts to burn. You are more energized than before, not as hurt, so you pick up the pace. You need to move quickly to stay warm and to either hopefully find a way out, or someone who can help you. It is fortunate, you think, that there is only one path to follow. The tall trees broke any hope of you venturing off the path. They're closely grouped together, and you wouldn't want to risk getting more lost. There's a path. It would be stupid to leave it. I'm gonna just quickly go by here. The hair on the back of your neck stands. You start walking. A tingle goes down your spine and your heart thumps in your chest. You feel as if you're being watched. Well, dismiss it and carry on. Who cares if there's possibly a serial killer down here? We'll just pretend we saw nothing. It's fine. Just feign ignorance until it matters. You're tired. It's fine. I mean, you've only seen ashes. So maybe they just spontaneously combusted and disintegrate into ashes. Who knows? There's probably no killer down here. You've been through a lot already. You're just imagining things. You can clearly see that the snow is untouched ahead of you. You're the only one leaving footprints behind. Yeah, you continue on. Each exhale, you see your breath dissolve in the air. Your skin feels raw and dry from this constant frigid chill. You walk for many minutes. As you cross a rickety bridge covered in snow, you take the moment to look down, which is the biggest mistake you could have done. This cavern is huge. This whole area is large enough to fit its own forest. Below you is even forest and even more forest and snow. It's amazing, really. It's more like you fell into another world rather than a cave. Across the bridge, you are astonished to find more buildings. They seem to be made of wood, pine tree wood, with snow over each roof. As you walk closer, you realize they are grouped together like a town of monsters. There are many shops lined along the main street, and behind those shops are rows and rows of houses. The style of these homes feels welcoming. This is exactly the kind of town that at a glance would do well in a cozy winter or children's movie. Yeah, unfortunately, the longer you look at it, the more you realize that that is no longer the case. The buildings have a wear and tear to them that only come from years of neglect. There are cracks in many of the windows, and a few of the buildings are caved in. It's almost as if something with great power was slammed into them. Now, I'm curious if that something either was Sans using bones, or if it might have been his blaster. Either that, or he used other monsters to slam them into the buildings, because people would have retaliated. You do not see anything that could cause such an impact. There are no boulders or rocks in the collapsed houses, which I'm surprised, but then technically that does mean that rock monsters and pebble monsters really do dust when they're dead. Oh my god. There's only fresh snow. Was the object removed, or did the building collapse for a different reason? Lamppost lights flicker on as you approach the town. Your shoulders tense and your heart skips a beat at the suddenness. There's no more lights coming on. When no more lights are coming on, you move closer. Another light turns on. Motion activated? Absolutely not. It's just the monster's kind of like, huh? Who's that? Is that Sans? Oh, it's fine. Oh my god, it's a new person. Let's all be nice and greet them. That's a good way to conserve power for streetlights. No reason for them to be on if no one is around. The monsters have been very resourceful. Despite being forced underground, they've been able to make houses, build a town, and generate their own lights. It surprises you how similar their structures are to human buildings, actually. It's been centuries since humans and monsters have interacted. But not since the war. I hate this page on the war. The war didn't start out as monsters against humans. Stupid humans. Stupid, stinking humans. Many humans and monster kingdoms had treaties together. The war that started all was one that started out of tribulation. A monster fell in love with a human, and the human was murdered by a neighbouring country lord, and the monster demanded the lord's head. That's reasonable. Why not? You killed my lover, I want that person's head. Seems all fair, if I'm honest, you know. An eye for an eye, a head for a dead. I mean, there's no way the monster was gonna, like, calmly... You know, he's lucky the monster only wanted his head and he didn't want the rest of his limbs. At least he still have arms, legs, and a torso. Losing one thing is fine. Considering the fact that, you know, someone murdered... The literal country lord murdered a person. It's understandable. The country refused, and so the monster took her people to war. Oh my god, she took her people to war. Oh bless. Unfortunately, it didn't end there. For a variety of reasons, the war spilled over into the surrounding countries. It stretched and expanded until a decade in, it covered the entire continent. Well, yeah, because they're like, who's in the wrong? He came and killed my lover only because she loved a monster. How dare he? It's pretty much dealing with Asgore, who's like, oh, you're fooling around with all the others. Alright, where was I? We were talking about stupid people doing dumb things, and then monsters. Oh yes. Unfortunately, it didn't end. Oh yeah, it spilled on the other continents. The war spanned over hundreds of years. Blooming heck. Entire countries and kingdoms were lost to its unrelenting flames, and the ones that remained became hardened and twisted. Understandable, all because some freaking horrible human was like, you can't love a monster. But I love a monster. You can't. But I want to. Then die. What? Ah! I killed them. I want your head. You can't have it. You killed my love. You still can't have it. Whoa! Whoa! Pretty much something like that happened. Humans are stupid. My god. And also, the monster, I understand, technically the monster probably... You can see, technically the human is at fault, though. But it doesn't state here, can I say, it does not state if the neighbouring country lord was a human, though. Which is something I didn't pick up on because I was too traumatized last time. Either way... The details get fuzzy around this point. There is a lot of lost knowledge, and historians argue over many key points. The main key point is the freaking lord over there killed someone just because they fell in love with a monster. Because apparently they can't love who they want without harming others. Like, seriously, it's not like they were doing anything to bother the freaking lord, were they? Like, what's their love got to do with him? It could sod off. My god. The ending result was the same regardless. Humanity banished the monsters. Why? They didn't do anything. It was a retaliation. This blooming Mod Podge person over here killed the human. The human fell in love with a monster, you know. Love. And then he's like, how dare you? What is it? Was he secretly in love with the freaking human and just, he felt offended? Oh, she did? No, Lord is he. Because it's, yeah. Lord is for him, right? Yes. Either way, did he like feel offended? He's like, how dare you? You're human. So? You're human. How dare you betray your kind? Or, but I loved you. Yeah, but I loved a fluffy person. Was it something along those lines? Either way, the humanity had no right to banish them. He started it. Anyway. Banished where? With what kind of magic? Is it all monsters, or only one kingdom of them? That is an excellent question. None of these questions that humanity has been able to answer. Once the monsters were gone, banished, or dead, the war ended. But it wasn't even the same monsters at that point, was it? Unless they lived that long. For years, the survivors enjoyed peace. The magic generating the wild turned volatile, and humanity's greatest magicians were suddenly unable to use their own magic. Ha! Serve you frickin' right, you dingbats! The wild magic would erupt into catastrophic storms and ravage the land for days. The kingdoms that remained were already battered and weak from the war, so many of them perished from this unheal. The ones that survived only did so by working together and pouring all their energy into creating technology to combat and control wild magic. It was trial and error for many decades to come, but humanity did succeed. Shame on you. It was well under control by your generation. The outbursts are called magic storms and are treated like a nasty tropical storm. You doubt this quiet town had ever seen a magical storm. Call out. Maybe someone can help you. You call out. There's no response. Disappointment floods through you. You try to call out again, hoping maybe no one heard you. You don't want... It's partially on the table, partially in the chair, and the rest is on the floor. If someone was sitting there, as if someone had died there. You don't want to find only ashes here. Well, too freaking bad. That's what you're getting for Christmas, is ashes. Your voice cracks when you call it again, and there's no response. There's only you, and you enter the town. Oh God, I can't. I'm turning this down. I can't. I need my water. I can't deal with this scene. This scene is the one. Tori's ashes is one thing, but the fact I know who all the different monsters. Right, we're gonna go into the shop sign. You enter the shop and you feel around and find a light switch. You flick it again. You flick it. Golden light immediately brightens everything up. It is a small general store. There is a long wooden front counter, and there are several rows of shelves that are filled with a variety of items. Hygiene supplies, food, first aid, clothes, and so on. The back wall has framed pictures of monsters, many of them like rabbits, like mirrors, and more shelves lined with books, bottles, and knickknacks. It is a general store, perfect for a small, cozy town. You can easily imagine that the owner is a friendly person who likely greet the customers with a warm smile. And there are ashes on the counter. Oh. You step closer and see that it's spilled behind the counter as well. You look behind the counter and notice there are two small piles of ashes. The smaller than what you've seen before. You don't have any flowers. You stare sullenly at the ashes, and your heart sinks faster than an anchor. What happened to these monsters? Was it a terrible accident? Or did they choose this? They did not choose this. It was not their choice to give up. It is a horrible thought. It comes to you unbidden and cruel. A life without sun or warmth, in a hard life to force anyone through. These monsters built homes for themselves. You can't imagine. You don't want to imagine that it wasn't enough for them. If they chose this. A shudder goes through and your heart twists. They did not choose this. You notice something colourful in the corner of your eye. You turn and see paper. Bright, vivid coloured paper. It's stacked in between craft supplies on a middle shelf. It's the thought, right? Yeah, it's the thought. You head over to the paper and take out several sheets. It's thick and smooth paper, perfect for crafting. You're very good at offering crafts. You scissors and glue to carefully construct many flowers. You make flowers until you run out of paper. You made a lot. You hope you don't have to use all of them. Trust me, you're gonna use quite a friggin' lot of them. There's a lot of monsters here. There is a messenger bag at the back of the shop. It is large enough that you can carefully fit all the flowers inside, as well as one of the smaller first aid boxes. You put away most of the flowers and you approach the ashes in the shop. That is so upsetting. My God. Gosh. Okay. Red flowers, green, blue, yellow, orange, pink, white. We'll give them pink We'll give them pink this time. Actually, wait, what if they don't like pink? Green is for kindness. Blue. I hate this scene so freaking much. We'll give them green flowers. That way it represents kindness. Because they have been kind. They've not only put the lights on, Tori was kind to me. We'll pretend that this says mint green. Oh, does that mean... Please don't. This is not the game for you. Oh, do you need a hug? Yeah, I kind of do. Oh, God. To the library. We can go to the library. You feel around the wall and find a light switch. You flick it on. It's a one-room building with cream-colored carpet. There are rows of books that appear to be color-coordinated in the back. There's a small and sad library. Given the circumstance, you feel that this is to expected. There is one table in the middle right of the room, and there are a few books on it. There's ashes on the table. You walk closer and pull out the flowers from your bag. There are 3 piles at this table, and you place a flower at each of them. Oh my god, my freaking soul. Grilled beef. Oh god, no, grilled beef is the worst. I can't. Grilled beef is the worst because there's not just one monster that was in there at the time. Freaking Sans attacked them when they were all in there. What the heck, Sans? Surely they fought back, right? Or what? Did he just instantly kill them? Didn't even give them time to realize what happened? Oh god. You aren't sure what you were expecting when you entered. It's a bar. Or what used to be a bar. Lights flicker on when you enter. Their timing too perfect to be natural. Motion sensitive, perhaps. Bull poopy pooper. The floor is made of wood and creaks with each step. On your right are several booths with empty glass and bottles that look like booze. On your left is a poker table with cards still laid out. Oh god, they were in the middle of the game. At the far end is a bar counter with many stools beside it. Behind is an impressive variety of alcohol, or what you assume to be alcohol. And there's a jukebox in the corner. There's a lot of ashes in here. Ashes on the table, ashes in the booth, ashes over the counter, and in almost every seat. It is a massive grave. A knife being twisted into your chest wouldn't hurt you as much as seeing this does. You've seen piles of ashes, but never so much in one place. You suck in a sharp breath. The chill you felt from being outside pales in comparison to the horror you feel at this. It's senseless. A tragedy for no reason. No reason at all. What happened? Who? Why? You shiver. What little food you have eaten has rotted in your gut. Your stomach churns violently. These poor souls. You pull out a flower for each of the ashes, and you set it down. You sniffle. Your nose was running from being out in the cold, but now it feels so small and pathetic to only leave flower. Pale flowers at that. They deserve better. They deserve so much more. You wish. Yeah, but what else are you gonna do? You freaking fell down here. How are you supposed to know you're literally gonna land into the kingdom of ashes when everybody's freaking dead? Well, almost everybody. There's only one small front room. It has creamy gold carpet and a lumpy red couch on the right side of the room. At the far end of the room is a counter with an open ledger on it. And there's a hanging picture behind the counter. And there's ashes on it. You carefully take out a flower and place it by the ashes. And you notice a small pile behind the counter. Oh my god, not small. With shaky hands, you pick out the prettiest flower you have and you place it beside the smaller pile. There's a bitter taste in your mouth and you don't think you'll ever go away. Question, is that Bun Bun? What a lonely town. It is snowing hard and the wind is howling. It is difficult to see through this sudden blizzard, and you decide to take shelter. You enter the inn, grateful that the building is warm. You wonder if it's similar to the previous house you stayed in. Does it start to heat up when someone turns on the light, or is something else triggering it? It's freaking something else! I mean, the monsters have magic. They're aware in their own way, I'm pretty sure. My my god. I'm supposed to be eating pizza, but I don't feel like it right now. Okay, come on, TwinklePhoenix, come on. You've almost made it through Snowden scene. Come on, Twinkle. I am so upset right now. I hate this scene so much. I mean, I love it because it's so beautifully done, but at the same time, my heart is aching. I don't like it. Okay, come on. A glance at the window tells you that the snow continues to come down hard. You figure you'll be here for a while. A yawn slips out of you. You don't think you've been awake for long, but your body is tired and aches from your fall. Also coupled with your constant shivering for nearly an hour, fatigue has creeped upon you. Also, crying will make you exhausted. It wouldn't hurt to rest more. You take a look at the ledger on the counter. It's only polite. You approach the counter and sign your name. You smile when you see other names before yours. Frogget, Pyro, Tammy! Oh, Tammy, no! Is Tammy dead in here? Oh my god, was Tammy? Why the frick did you visit? Tammy, you shouldn't have visited Snowden! Oh god, between night and die, Vulcan. Oh my god, Twinkle, you touch your name. You hope you hadn't encountered any of them. You hope very dearly that they are somewhere else, underground, alive. You set down your pen. Oh god. It hurts to look. You're feeling... Oh god. You thank them for their hospitality, and then you head upstairs. The floorboards creak with each step. There is no hallway light, so it is difficult to see. You end up having to pull out your phone and use it as a flashlight instead. There's a room at the top of the stairs with an open door, and you go inside. It is a small room with one bed, one end table, and a window that shows you the blizzard outside. You set the measured bag at the foot of the bed, and you take off your glasses and place them on the end table. You climb into bed, delighted to find it's warm. It soothes your frost-nipped skin as you curl under the blanket. You turn off your phone and sit on the end table. Darkness welcomes you. All the aches and pricks in your body slowly fade from your mind. Even your head injury feels like a distant memory as you settle in. You slip into a light slumber. You're tired and you want to rest. You bury your face in the pillow and roll over to get comfier. Sleep calls to you, promising happier dreams. It is enough to make you smile to yourself. Just as you slip away, you feel the faintest brush of something against your cheek, almost like a hand. Hi, Sans. Ignore it. It's probably just your imagination. It's totally not freaking Sans in the room touching my face. Sans, why are you touching my face? Right, you go back to sleep and you dream of the town. Your shoes crunching the snow as you walk. As you look around the town, monsters in winter coats, scarves, and mittens intermingling with one another. Golden lights shine from inside every building. The smell of burgers and fried fruit fills the air. There's laughter tossed around in the air, lighter than a feather in the wind. A monster nurses you and waves. Hey, Twinkle! You smile and wave back. Another monster greets you. Nice weather today, Twinkle. It is. Then there's a yip at your heels and a small white dog barks to get your attention. Oh my god, Sans killed an annoying dog! I did not realize that. You turn to face the dog. You squat to get on his level. He licks your face. You laugh and wipe at your face. The dog seems pleased with himself as he dashes away. And you straighten up with a smile and you enter Grillby's. You enter Grillby's. It is as warm and as lively as can be. As soon as you enter, the monster inside greets you right away. G'day, Twinkle. Hey, Twinkle. Thanks for stopping by, Twinkle. Did you have a good day, Twinkle? You beam at them. Bubbly joy making you smile brightly. These monsters know you. They welcome you. Dog monsters play poker at the table and wave at you to join. Fish monsters chug their drinks at the booth and offer you to sit. Twinkle calls a smooth voice. It belongs to a purple bunny monster in the bag. She wears a lavender tank top and a cute summer hat, and she passed the stool at her bar side beside her. Okay. I can't remember who I sat with last time. Okay, so the last time I did this, I actually chose the bunny, so I'm going to choose the dogs. You sit at the table with the dogs. There are 4 dog monsters sitting at the table. One is massive and stout with a fluffy white face and wears shiny black armor. The other is closer to your size with black and white fur and a dog treat in his mouth. The last two sit on either side of you and are dressed in black clothes. Their white fur is pristine, and the moment you arrive, they both pat your back. Hey, says the dog with a treat in his mouth. Great you're here, so we can get started, says the dog on your right. She has a feminine voice. Do you know how to play, says the dog on your left. Play, 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 yips the largest dog. You gotta send the cards. You thought they were playing poker at first, but then you realize these cards look nothing like the cards you know. You're unsure what they're playing, and you admit to them you don't know how to play. That's okay, we can show you. Yeah, says another. The largest dog at the table hands you several cards. Their face twists into a funny expression that makes you... Joffrey reaction? I don't know what that says. Let's play together every night. Yeah, come sit with us more often, okay? We want to play with you more. Don't be a stranger, you can give us pets too. Pets are good. Pets are very good. You ask them if they're sure they want you to come around again. The dogs at the table start wagging their tails. It's thumping against the side of the chair. And you notice that each of them has a flower tucked into their ear. It's a green flower. It's the flower that you left them. My poor sweet puppies. Yeah, you're good too. A good puppy, says another. Hold on, I'm not a puppy. Wait, did you just call me a good dog? I mean, I appreciate it, but at the same time, wait, did I just get called a dog? Our favorite puppy. Good puppies deserve loves. Don't they, Twinkle? You can't argue against that. Then let us love you, Twinkle. Oh my god, your eyes burn when you open them. You rub at them. You get out of bed and stretch, and you fix yourself up and put on your messenger bag again and head out into town. It's cold. Ah, my puppies! My poor dogs. Oh. They were so excited. They were so happy that I did stuff for them. I couldn't tell which dog was talking at which time, though. That's the only thing. Another fresh snowfall. Your footsteps are completely covered from yesterday, and it's time to move on. You walk along the only path in town. Each step you take, you sink into the snow. You weigh more than you did yesterday. You weigh more than you did any other point in your life. The heavy burden on your heart pulls you down, and you carry on without much choice. There's the only one path you can take, and it's hard to believe your spontaneous decision to go for a hike has led to all of this. It's a shame you didn't fall before this tragedy. Let's see. What was it like? Had you known your trip would lead to this, you would have still gone. There's a pile of rocks at the end of this path. It's stacked in the mound, and there's a branch stuck inside. You stare at it. It's not a pile of ashes. It's no less a grave. You place a flower at it, carefully sticking it into the rock so it won't easily blow away. Many more. You shudder. Your throat tightens and you move on. I think this one is papyrus. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so this is waterfall. So we're gonna end it here. Wait. You eventually leave the snowy forest and re-enter the narrow caverns. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up now. Gosh. Alright, so now you guys are gonna see the bad endings for that zone. My god, my heart. You stop walking and it tingles down your spine and your heart thumps in your chest. You feel as if you're being watched. Look around. Your heart thumps in your chest, anxiety and fear pricking at you. You look to your left, you look to your right, and you look behind you. You see nothing. You see no one. You strain to listen, but nothing changes. Your gut clenches. Something is not right. Even if you don't see anything, something sees you, and you carry on. You continue on. Each exhale, you see your breath dissolve in the air, and your skin feels raw and dry from the constant frigid chill, and you walk for many minutes. You come across a rickety bridge covered in snow, and you take the moment to look down. The cavern is huge. The whole area is large enough to fit its own forest. Below you is even more forest and snow, and it's amazing, really. Either way, we're going to skip over this. We've just arrived into Snowdon, so stay silent. You can't shake this feeling of being watched. You look around again, searching for the source of your uneasiness, but you don't see it, so you enter the town. So we have a choice. You can't take it anymore and you need to find whomever is watching you. It drives you mad. You don't feel safe knowing someone or something is watching you. You spin around and around the village, completely focused on trying to pinpoint where you feel a gaze. And then, a glimmer of red and blue catches your attention and is gone within a second. You are certain you saw it. You need to leave now. And you leave the town, freaking stupidly. You march forward with purpose and you follow the path. You follow the only path out of town and you see a pile of rocks at the end of the path. You continue on. You do not want to stop. Oh god. You eventually leave the snowy forest and re-enter a narrow cavern. You're back inside a cave-like structure, and the air is already significantly warmer. It's narrower than any of the previous areas. The walls are smooth to the touch, and embedded in them are blue crystals that faintly glow. And the crystals provide enough light. You do not need your phone. You move to put your phone away, and you catch a glimpse of movement in the corner of your eye. Oh no, oh no, and you sharply raise your head to look around. In a hurry, a voice is whispered from behind you. You turn to see nothing there. Oh my god, he's doing what Gans did, like, in the comic that I did, where, like, every time Frisk would turn around, Gans would, like, G sounds like okay, Gans would then just literally just shortcut to the other side and confuse her until she was freaking dizzy and then she falls on the floor. You're being followed. You are definitely being followed. A ghost? A monster? Something else? You don't know. All you know is that you have to get out of there, and you start to run. Why would you freaking run? Talk about freaking triggering him to get him excited. You hear laughter. Raspy, heavy crackling. You dare to glance behind you as you run, and you see a hooded figure at the end of the tunnel. Red and blue lights shine under the hood. The figure starts to chase after you. Doesn't run like you do, rather it blurs in and out of existence. Oh my god, he's freaking shortcutting behind you. He's literally like, ugh, really? He's kind of like flash stepping, that's what he's doing. In each blink it becomes closer. Oh my god, you'll sprint, adrenaline and raw fear coursing through you. At the very end of the tunnel, an eruption of red outlined electric blue pillars make you stop. Oh, that's just not fair. They block the only way forward and force you into a dead end. Oh, shit. The figure now walks towards you. That raspy laughter fills the tunnel. You're trapped. Oh, yay. Wanna have a mad time? The figures ask you in a cracked voice. Oops. He says, a sudden tight sensation around your chest. Hey, now, don't go freaking grabbing my soul. We need to talk about this. You can't go grabbing people's soul randomly. It's still my turn. Oh, did he just freaking get mad because I went to talk? Or do something? You were thrown into the stalactite. Ow! And you're impaled through your limbs, chest, and neck. Dilapidating agony pierces through your vision already starts to go black. It's almost an instant death. The fact that it was almost an instant death makes me very concerned because he nearly successfully killed you instantly. But wow, he made me suffer. How the hell did I avoid this? Is it because I wasn't interested in finding him because I was that freaking terrified of him? Like, yes, no, I don't want to go looking for my death. Thank you very much. Ow, this one's quite a painful way to go, I must say. Curse those freaking stalactites, stalagmites, or whatever those stupid little spiky ceiling ones are. How dare he! Also very, very creepy. Also, wow, this one can freaking move. Okay, so we got a new scene. How to get this is that you actually look around when you first enter Snowdon when you feel someone's watching you. Then proceed into town and do everything you normally would. And then it takes you to this sequence in the end. You enter the inn, grateful that the building is warm. You wonder if it's similar to the previous house you stayed in. Does it start to heat up when someone turns on a light or something else triggers it? You're bitterly cold after spending so much time out there. You shiver and sniffle. You glance at the window and tells you that the snow continues to come down hard. You figure it'll be in here for a while. A yawn slips out. You don't think you've been awake for long, but your body is tired and aches from your fall, coupled with the constant shivering for nearly an hour. Fatigue has crept upon you. It won't hurt to rest now, although your nerves to do so. You glance at the door to the inn, and you remember the feeling of being watched, and you decide to lock the door. That's not going to do shit with Sans. You quietly head upstairs. That's not going to do anything, though. The floorboards creak with each step, and there's no hallway light, so it's difficult to see. You end up having to pull out your phone and use it as a flashlight. See, I wouldn't freaking stay in here. It'd be too freaking creepy. I'd be freaking scared. There's a room at the top of the stairs with an open door. You go inside. It is a small room with one bed, one end table, and a window that shows the place outside. You set the messenger bag at the foot of the bed. You take off your glasses and place them on the end table, which I often do not forget to do. You lock the door behind you. You climb into the bed, relieved to find it's warm. It soothes your frost-nipped skin. Why is it warm, though? As you curl under the blankets, you turn off your phone and hide it into your pillow, and darkness welcomes you. All the aches and pricks in your body slowly fade from your mind. Even your head injury feels like a distant memory as you settle in. You sleep into a tense slumber. It doesn't last long. You are half awoken by something. You sleep idle mind, unsure of what exactly awoke you. A noise, a sensation, maybe an itch. You're immediately alert and on edge. There's someone... Oh no. Oh frick, he's in the room. There is someone standing at the side of the bed. You cannot see anything but red and blue lights underneath the hood. Oh shit. You and this figure stare at one another. You Oh. Well, he didn't wait long, did he? Wow. Okay. Thanks, Sans. Blood gushes out of your mouth and you've lost the ability to breathe as something has impaled you from the back. Through the back? How freaking rude. We didn't even get to see him freaking attack us. He just hit us right in the back. How freaking rude. And through the bed. Your heart was ripped down the middle and used its last thump to spurt out more blood. With no heart, each breath you take is meaningless, and you gasp for air, unable to actually breathe. Wow! You make a strangling noise choking on your blood, and you rapidly lose strength. Peekaboo, the figure whispers. You shouldn't have seen me. That's not my freaking fault that you suck at hiding. How freaking dare you? You freaking killed me because you suck at freaking hiding? Bunny, stop staring at people and making them feel like they're being watched 24/7 then. Maybe then you'd be better at hiding. Don't freaking take it out of me. The last thing you hear as the darkness ebbs your vision is a raspy cackle. You have died. I died because he was mad that I caught him. That's not my freaking fault. That's just his fault for sucking at hiding.